welcome to Jars to Table. Well, today isn't really so much of a meal, but looking into the psychology of frugal eating, really. I remember, bear with me, there's a point to this. I remember when I was growing up, if I asked for, and this is a crab sandwich, and in the UK you've got these really small spreads, and apart from crab they all tasted the same, whether it was beef or chicken. But I can remember those kind of 2.5-inch jars would last 2 meals. They'd be for 2 sandwiches. And I was thinking about how we've changed and evolved. And I can remember my mum giving me an open sandwich, which is just this one piece of bread, which is actually quite Scandinavian and in that area. But I was given this, and it would probably have cucumber on top. Now, I was a child, but I can remember my mum eating pretty much the same way. And that was a snack after school, or, you know, something probably high tea, so probably an hour before bed or just before I went in for a bath. And that was it. Now, then I look back at, over the decades, how everything has changed and how I feed my children. And we've gone from this to this, then avocado, to this, where we've got a side order of crisps, and then probably there's some olives and whatever. And I can remember that sort of creeping in the, well, what is it now? Probably about 10 years ago in the UK. A sandwich wasn't enough. It had to have a packet of crisps with it. It probably had to have something else. And then there was always the obligatory chocolate bar. And that came to be what we fed our kids just before a meal, so straight after school, or you know, a snack before they have their bath or showers and go to bed. We've kind of progressed to that. And my question that I've been thinking, and you know, please debate with me, I'm happy to debate, is how did we get to this? And I mean, I can remember my mum would make my dad a sandwich if he'd come home from work, and dinner wasn't going to be for a few hours, but he would literally just get a sandwich. There might be one bit of veg in it, but there generally wasn't, you know, a cornucopia, is that the word? A collection of a smorgasbord of ingredients inside the one sandwich. It was very, very simple. It was ham, or it was ham and cheese, or it was just cheese. Where and how do we get to this? And my point is that if there's coming a time where frugality has to take centre stage, for those of us that are providing food for our families, all of this isn't going to be necessarily available for us to do that in the quantities that we're doing it. It might just be a sandwich. It might just be an open sandwich. It might just be just cucumber with something. The crisps might be a treat. Olives might go up incredibly high. And if you don't live in countries where they're cheap, then they're going to be the same amount of price as if you were to get, I don't know, probably £3 or £4. They're already pretty much close to £2.50 now. So I just really wanted to put that in and say, you know, I've cut down on butter. So for instance, this has got some avocado, and then on the other side, on the bottom, it's got crab, and it happened to be on sale, so I bought it fresh. But I decided not to use butter. If there's something wet going in the sandwich, whether it be a sort of tomato sauce or barbecue or a soft cheese, I don't, and it's going to be eaten straight away, I don't use any butter now. And even if I do a jam sandwich with I make some homemade rhubarb jam. You must make your own rhubarb jam. Oh, it's delicious. I don't know where it's been all my life. But I've stopped putting butter onto this. I mean, what's the point? We don't, if we have a jam roly-poly or we go and get a donut or something, it doesn't have butter with it. It's got sugar. It is a different kind of beast, apart from, and our bread in England is different to the bread that is in America. It tastes different. Not enough sugar. But now if I make a jam sandwich, I don't put butter with it anymore. And I'm finding that my butter just stretches so far now. Anyway, just wanted to talk about the frugality of where we've got to go to. Are we aware? Are we going to be able to sort of be more frugal with our children? And I know a lot of people say, I'd rather starve than my children not change, but it might come a point where you do actually have to change, and your children will have to change. I remember I grew up on loads of banana sandwiches. My mum would just get normal bread. She'd mash up the banana until it was like a paste, and then she'd spread it between two sandwiches. For a lot, I mean, when I think about it, that was lunch. That was it. I didn't have crisps as a side order. I don't ever remember that. And I remember getting sweets at the weekend. I was allowed a handful of sort of dolly mixture sweets, and my parents had a lodger, and he always bought me a packet of Smarties. Oh, I love Saturdays. Because that's what I got. I didn't get anything all week, but I valued it and I remember it. It was special because, life was different back then and we didn't get everything we wanted. And so anyway, I just wanted to put that, it's been on my mind for a while. So, okay, bye everyone.